We would like to thank all of our broadcast sponsors in helping to bring these games to you live. They are Fred's Rivertown Ale House, Restaurant and Bar in Snohomish, McDaniel's Do-It Center Home and Garden in Snohomish, G&S Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, serving Snohomish County out of Everett, Adrenaline Fundraising, serving all of Snohomish County, and Gene Johnson Plumbing, serving Snohomish and King County. So thank you, everyone. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back for the team overviews. Monroe at Jackson Volleyball, Westco 4A action.
That Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200-plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Welcome back to STSPN and the opening night of Westco Conference Volleyball at the 4A division. We have the Monroe Bearcats visiting Jackson, and let's take a look first of all at the visitors. Monroe is coached by Matt Bishop, and the Bearcats are looking to jumpstart their season with the win in a quest to return to the state tournament, where Monroe won 2 matches last year, ended up placing 4th in state. Overall record was 15-6. The Bearcats do have 10 seniors on this year's roster. One of Monroe's 6 losses, however, was to their opponent tonight, the Jackson Timberwolves, who are coached by Mindy Staudinger. The Wolves were solid last year, going 9-5 in league and 10-7 in overall. Jackson went to state in the 2017 season, and the young Wolves, with just 3 seniors, hope to have enough juice to make the playoff run again. The starting lineups have been announced, and the officials are checking the formations out on the floor. And the keys to the game tonight are which team will have the most consistent passing off of the service. Monroe has a match under their belt, and this is the opening night for Jackson. So Monroe's already had an opportunity, although they lost in 5 sets to an inspired Edmonds Woodway team in a non-conference matchup. Second, establishing timing at the net on both offense and defense. And third, unforced errors and fatigue. This match could go 5 sets, so we'll see how that works out. And Monroe starts off setting up Avery Davidson, the 5'11 senior, for the big hit and the kill on the left side. She goes deep to the middle for the first point of the contest, and Brooke Barnes is back to serve. Barnes is pledged to Utah Valley, and maybe a little adrenaline going here to start off with, as we often see early in the matches. That serve is long, and we are tied at 1, an unforced error. Serving now is Rosa Ursino, and a nice receive and an excellent setup by the Bearcats, but it's handled by Jackson. Nice diving dig by Brooke Barnes. Jackson going to have another opportunity. They go to the backside with the block. Good swing and a setup. Alina Powell, a 6-foot sophomore with the big swing there. Makes the score 2-1, and we've got a service ace for the Wolves. Rosa Ursino, 5'6", libero and or defensive specialist, and doing pretty well at the service line right now, 3-1. And there's the announcer jinx as that one goes awry over near the Monroe bench, making the score 3-2. Avery Davidson will be at the service line for the Bearcats. Nice drop service. Isha Mahal tried to get to that, the libero in the back row, but boy, that dropped off the table like a pitcher's sinker ball, and that ties the score at 3. Davidson again. Mahal gets to this one. Jackson just going to have to play the over, and Monroe also going to have to play the over. Jackson gets the first setup. They go off speed. And into the net, Ellie Lewis. 6-footer for Monroe gives that point to the Timberwolves. Paige Wilson rotates back, 5'10", a senior. One of 3 seniors on the squad. Pretty much center, down the center it goes. Nice set back line swing by Davidson is handled. And a tap over by Jackson goes out of play. So touch out, and it is 4-4. Krista Norton serving for Monroe. Unforced error again by the Bearcats. That's the second service error. Makes the score 5-4. Isha Mahal for Jackson. Good setup. Barnes goes to the left side. Nice diving dig by Lexi Dollarhide of Jackson. Ooh. Power swing by Ellie Lewis. Paige Wilson could not get under that one for the dig, and it is 5-5. And here on the crew, we were suspicious that this would be a close matchup, and so far it doesn't get any closer as we're tied at 5. We're going to have, looks like a little left-handed service here. Knuckleball, Mahal gets to it, but does not stay in play. So Josie Hedinga with the service ace for the Bearcats, one of 10 seniors on the roster. This one being set up by Jackson, and big swing there by Aaron Ingram. 6'1" outside hitter, goes from right to left. And we're tied at 6. Back and forth we go. Alina Powell has the service for the Timberwolves. Nice diving serve handled by the Bearcats, but a big block. They're going to have to try to play the over. They do. Well done. Good hustle by Monroe. Another big block. Mahal comes up with it, and now the set and the big swing. It goes out. And the point goes to the Bearcats. Sarah Day going to serve for Monroe. Center line. Back. Received by Dollarhide. Back line swing by Dollarhide. Goes into the net, and his score is 8-6. Shout out to my wife who's home listening to the broadcast tonight. Always gives us good feedback on how things are sounding. Service ace. Aaron Ingram. Goes off of Isha Mahal. And there is the set up. And into the net. Point goes to Monroe. It was Sarah Day with the service. I said Aaron Ingram. Ingram is number 8 for Jackson. It's number 8 for Monroe with the service. 10-6 now is a score, and that one going to be way out. And it goes to 10-7. Sets go to 25 points. Must win the set by 2. Lexi Dollarhide back to serve for Jackson, wearing their white-green numbers. Service air as that one slices off to her left. And the score is 7-11 with the Wolves trailing. For those of you that ever go get a Slurpee, it's 7-11. Monroe's got the 11. Monroe has the serve. It is libero Frankie Hannon. And nice play at the net, control by Jackson. Ingram will be back to serve now for Jackson. Handled by Day. They set it up. Day from the back row. Slams that one off of Alina Powell. A lot of pace on that. 12-8 is the score. It will be Monroe's serve. Now, the libero is Frankie Hannon. She usually wears number 3, but her libero number is 21. They wear off-colored jerseys. There's a service. Nice setup by Jackson, and the swing and the kill by Paige Wilson. Alina Powell doing a good job of setting that up for Jackson. Nice passing, 12-9. And speaking of good passing, well done off speed for Monroe. And coming back again, Paige Wilson, one of 3 seniors for Jackson. 2 in a row for her. Cuts the lead to 2, 12-10. Rosa Ursino serving. And that goes off of Sarah Day way towards the back. Hustling back was Avery Davidson. She almost took out one of the video cameras down on the court. It's not one of our cameras. But still, that could have been a nasty collision. Rosa Ursino again. Monroe. Some decent passing. Nice swing over there by Lewis. And once again, Paige Wilson, as Jackson is going to the well with Wilson, and she ties it up at 12. We're going to have a timeout here on STSPN, and we're going to take a commercial break. Be right back.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Welcome back. Westco Conference Volleyball on STSPN, and as advertised, we thought this might be a good match, and we are tied at 12 right now after the timeout, and it has been Paige Wilson with the big swings over here on the left side, helping to tie it up for Jackson. Monroe seeing if they can come back. They do get the hit a little close to the net, but Wilson does a good job again. Big swing from the back line right there for Monroe. Brooke Barnes. I believe the setter got it over from the back line, and Monroe has taken the 1-point lead. Monroe wearing the black, uniforms white numbers trimmed in orange. It's Mahal with the pass. A nice block at the net by Kristen Norton of Monroe. Apparently, though, she went into the net, so that ties it up at a baker's dozen each. That's 13-13. Paige Wilson had the hot hand, back serving. She goes to Hannon. Nice pass to Barnes. Over the net, it is blocked, and Wilson cannot get to it as Monroe goes back line for the point, 14-13. We got a sub coming in for Monroe. Celia Teague checks in, replaces Frankie Hannon. Krista Norton, service, moving to the left of center, and there's a knuckleball handled by Ursino. Jackson has to settle for just the over. Good setup, block attempt. Dollarhide gets a hand on it, but that is a touch out. 15-13 as it goes off of her out of bounds, and Monroe has taken a slim 2-point lead. Norton going to give it another shot here. There it is, Mahal. And the setup and the angle is out. Dollarhide trying to go from right to left angle. Just a little bit too much mustard on that one. 16-13. Norton once again, jump service. Mahal high up in the air. Set and the block at the net by Lewis of Monroe. And once again, this time it was Alina Powell with the kill. Isha Mahal, the libero, back to serve. And Jackson receives a little bit offline. Good hustle by Barnes. Nice dig by Jackson. And we got a good rally going here. Back line, we got a call, double hit, 2 touches. We saw a lot of that the other night early on in the Mount Lake Terrace at Everett contest. That's the first one called here tonight. 16-15, Monroe with the 1-point lead. Davidson to Barnes, and the over, Jackson into the net, Mahal. Offline with that pass, and the score is 17-15 with the Bearcats in the lead. Bearcats, 10 seniors back from that team that finished 4th in state last year. Got on a roll at the end. Mahal, good dig, and the players kind of stood around. The pass went off quite a ways away from the 6-foot setter, Alina Powell, and she could not run that one down, and it is 18-15. Hedinga serves it into the net, makes it 18-16. So I think that is the third. It's unofficial unforced error on the net service for Monroe. And there's the return, the favor return by Alina Powell. Long with the service. 18-17. Check that, 19-17, Monroe serving. And back and forth we go with another net service. So that's 3 in a row, 2 for Monroe, 1 for Jackson. And we've got a stop in play here as the net judge is checking something on the score. Don't forget, McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington, locally owned and operated by the McDaniel family for over 40 years. We are proud to serve and provide Snohomish, Monroe, Lake Stevens, Everett, and Snohomish County with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting good products. 19-17. The issue has been sorted out. We're back. Jackson ready to serve, down 2. Monroe with the offline pass. Good recovery, though. Hedinga up in the air, and another air for Monroe makes it 19-18. Lexi Dollarhide with the serve. Hannon with the pass over to the left side. Jackson with an opportunity. Paige Wilson, who had several big swings for kills a moment ago, this time goes for that little dump shot over the top to tie it up at 19. Dollarhide serve. Monroe lets it go. Erin Ingram, maybe a little upset with herself, does a pirouette as that one maybe had some backspin on it and took a dive before hitting the end line, and now Jackson has taken the lead. Dollarhide again. Nice hustle as Monroe gets it off of the net, and a block by Monroe as well. Trying to set up, and they do. Paige Wilson, and she comes through. So, a good set work over there by Powell of Jackson, and it goes 21-19, and so far, their go-to player has been Paige Wilson. Dollarhide having some success, and they let it go again, and it is a service ace. Right on the back line, and Coach Matt Bishop going to take a timeout here. 22-19, Jackson over Monroe. We're going to take a break here on STSPN.
Fred's Rivertown Ale House was established in July of 1994 and is located at 1114 First Street in historic downtown Snohomish. Each time you visit the ale house, you may expect to find new beers and new food choices. Fred's Rivertown Ale House is well known throughout the beer community. Oftentimes, we are the first choice for breweries to introduce new beers, limited or specialty beers, and beers you just won't find anyplace else. At Fred's, we like to say that once we get you through the front door, our friendly service, relaxed family atmosphere, and our quality food and beverages will keep you coming back.
And Jackson, in their first match of the year, has knocked the rust off for a 22-19 lead over a ranked Monroe squad here. Coach Bishop called timeout for Monroe. Lexi Dollarhide waiting to serve here as there's a discussion over on the side, and we're ready to go. And let's see what sort of adjustments have been made as Jackson has been on a tear. Hannon gets it up near the net, tapped over nicely. And now Jackson going to have to play the over. Let's see if Monroe can get the set. Almost under the net, and Jackson apparently, and now they're going to confer. I thought that maybe Josie Hedinga got one of the pinkies over the net. Referees are discussing. Paige Wilson going to ask a question also. We don't necessarily like these delays, but we want to get the call correct. So they're going to call a jump ball. A mulligan here. We're going to do that over, I guess. Score stays 22-19, and Coach Mindy Staudinger having a discussion again as they're trying to sort out. It's early in the season for the officiating crew as well. One thing I like about the Wesco 4A is that they also have regular officials coming in and doing the line judging. Always want to make sure that you get it right there. So the discussion continues Speedway Chevrolet in Monroe, Washington. Since the year 2000, family-owned and operated. Lee Johnson dealership has provided high-quality Chevrolet cars, trucks, and SUVs around the Snohomish County area. Our extensive inventory of new and used vehicles is online for your convenience. Worked it out. Here's the serve. High lob. Hannon has it. Gets it to Hettinger. Set it up, but it is blocked. Good play at the net. But Monroe wins the net battle, and it goes to 22-20. Both teams in there with a couple of blocks, but it's a tough, quick response there at the net, and it rolls over and finds the floor. Hannon back to serve. Dollarhide gets the pass. This time they go middle, and it is blocked by Krista Norton as Aaron Ingram takes the swing. But the Wolves have their lead cut to 22-21, and now the Wolves are going to take a timeout, and we're going to take a timeout also here on STSPN.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Welcome back. Mike Buckles here on STSPN along with Todd Elvig over here manning the computer. That's almost a mission impossible for me as you look at all those buttons and stuff on the computer and the mixer. The score is 22-21 in the first set. Jackson over Monroe. Monroe going to have the serve here. It will be Frankie Hannon, one of 10 seniors. Been back and forth. There's a knuckleball. Nice setup and a dump shot by Jackson. Nobody can get to it. Knocked over by one of the setters, Alina Powell, from the back row. And Jackson with an opportunity here. Aaron Ingram going to serve with the 2-point lead. There's a knuckleball handled by Ruiz. And now Jackson just going to have to get the over. There's 2 hits and have to do the over. An alert play over there by Davidson. The ball hits the turf. The reason it was alert is that one of the Bearcats had it skim off of them for a touch. And Davidson got it over on the third touch, and now Monroe trails by 1 with Brooke Barnes serving for the Bearcats. There it goes, played by Mahal, and they go back, but the pass was offline, hit that red and white antenna, trying to set up Paige Wilson, who's been hot here in the first set with the kills on the outside hitters as an outside hitter, and we're tied at 23, and we've got another timeout. Are you ready to go to timeout there, big man? All right, we'll be right back here on STSPN.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Welcome back. Westco 4A Conference Basketball tied at 23. First set, Mike Buckles here. Monroe serving, Barnes with the service. And a nice double block at the net for Monroe, Lewis and Barnes. And they come up with the point as Jackson set up the middle hitter, but Formidable block. And let's see how this is going to play out. They go, and by they, I mean Jackson trying to set it up for Wilson. They get to her here, goes out the block and out. Wilson's had the hot hand, 24-24. And back and forth we go. You got to win by 2. So right away here in the first set, we're going overtime. Todd says it's going to be a long night, and I've got a curfew. Monroe with the set, right side, big swing. Timing was not quite there between Barnes, the setter, and Davidson, the outside hitter. Took her a little closer to the sideline than she wanted, and the Wolves get the point. And there is service ace by Rosa Ursino, and the Wolves hold on for victory in set number 1. We'll be back for set number 2. What's that? They're the Wolves. Timberwolves. Jackson Timberwolves. You might have. I thought I said the Wolves prevail, but at any rate, it was 26-24. I've been known occasionally to make a mistake, and we have a listener who reminds me of that every time.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Welcome back to STSPN. Mike Buckles here along with Todd Elvig, in charge of pretty much everything, including the crew, technical crew working out in the truck. First set, victory for Jackson. It went back and forth. Jackson 26, Monroe 24. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night to STSPN as football is on the docket. Jackson at Glacier Peak, Westco 4A Conference football. But right here, we've got volleyball opening game for the Jackson Timberwolves, and they make good on the first set. Back and forth it went. Monroe has 1 game under their belt already, and they were upset by Edmonds Woodway in a non-conference match. Monroe finishing 4th in the state last year, and they opened the season last year playing Jackson, and Jackson got the better of Monroe in 5 sets last year, so developing a little bit of a rivalry. Pretty decent crowd here tonight, but not a whole lot of crowd participation yet. Everybody kind of being a little bit subdued, but we are definitely seeing some good volleyball. Monroe will have the first service here as the side judge is checking the rosters that are in, and he's checked the rosters and now allows Jackson to sub Isha Mahal, the libero, one of 3 seniors on the team, for the Timberwolves. And back to serve will be Brooke Barnes, the setter, headed for Utah Valley State next year on a volleyball scholarship. Mahal receives it. A good pass and a rare miss hit by Paige Wilson. Took her eye off it just a little bit as she went up to survey the court with the double block, and it goes. Well, Jackson gets the point as it went off of a blocker down on the side, so she did get it over. My mistake. And Wilson continues with the hot hand with the service ace. Had a little bit of an optical illusion on that last one. I thought that was a Monroe point. Maybe the blocker got underneath the net. 2-0. Knuckleball, back row, Hannon for Monroe. Set up, big swing, nice dig by Ursino. But Jackson cannot finish that one off, and Monroe comes up with their first point of the second set, and they will send Avery Davidson, 5'11", middle hitter. And she rolls one off the net, and that messes up Jackson's timing. We have a service ace as it pulled the centipede crawl up over the top of the net. And we're tied at 2s. It's 2-2. We won't talk about the 2-2 tonight. Jackson, quick set, big swing, out. Right idea, Ainsley Johansson with an opportunity, saw it and angled just a couple of inches out from right to left. Davidson, I think I said middle hitter. I think she's an outside hitter. Paige Wilson cannot pass that one. Another service ace, 4-2. Varsity level plays 3 out of 5. Monroe won the JV 2 out of 3. So Davidson with a little bit of run here as Monroe takes the lead. And nice little setup. Ainsley Johansson comes in right next to the setter, Alina Powell. She sets it up right there. Quick set. Catches Monroe off guard, 4-3. Mahal back for service. Monroe going to have to play the over. Mahal makes a nice pass over to the side. Wow, from the back row, excellent pass over to Lexi Dollarhide, and she goes down the left line. Monroe had squeezed into the center zone, and we're tied at 4. Mahal with the service. It's Hannon. Gets it set up to Barnes. Blocked at the net is Sarah Day. She had the big swing. Good timing, though. A lot of pace on that one. 5-4 Wolves. Mahal back serving. And that one just over. Let's see what Monroe can do if they can get the set. They do. And this time, Sarah Day makes good on it as she goes center mid off of the noggin of one of the Jackson T-Wolves to tie it up at 5-5. Neither team has extended the lead much beyond 1 or 2 points. There's the setup for Dollarhide. Very off speed. Monroe handles it easy. Dollarhide again goes just for the dump shot. Monroe going to have an opportunity. We got a whistle with the double hit. Good setup for Monroe as Zoe Yates is checked in. But someone had the double touch, 6-5. Jackson with the lead. Barely clears the net on that. Powell with the service. And a big swing again by Sarah Day as she's starting to find her rhythm. Josie Hettinga, or is it Hettinga? Checks in. Left-handed server, tied at 6 for Monroe. Jackson, well done on the reception. Set up a little deception. Off the net from Monroe. Can they get the over? They do, but it is out of play. Isha Mahal tracked that one the whole way. Nice play off the net by Monroe. 7-6 Jackson. Gonna be long? No, Hannon plays it. Going off the backboard. That's considered in play, and that one hits. As Monroe doing a good job of adjusting. The baskets are up high here, but those are in play, and sometimes that definitely disrupts the timing of how you're going to hit it, and we're tied at 7. Sarah Day back to serve right in the middle part of the court. Knuckleballs slams off of Mahal. Service ace for Sarah Day. Starting to see the servers get their rhythm now. There were a lot of unforced early in the first set, but so far in the second set, it's been good. And they set up Wilson again, they being Jackson, and Monroe comes back and set up Davidson for the big swing, and she gets the kill going deep middle. 9-7 Monroe. We've had a 4-point lead, has been the biggest lead. It was at 7-11. Nice serve. A short set. Tapped out. Trying to go to the open spot. Right idea, but too far. And Monroe on a little run here, now lead the Timberwolves 10-7. Sarah Day, back line to Wilson. They get the over, and Monroe gets the setup, and they strike it out. I believe that was Davidson. Aaron Ingram, an opportunity to serve. Ingram, a junior, back to Hannon of Monroe. Middle, good block there by Johansson of Jackson. Monroe going to try it again. Davidson. And can the Wolves get it over without getting the feet under the net? They do. Good rally here. Oh, left-handed swing by Katie German. From the right side, goes down the line, and it is in. Wolves cut the lead, 10-9, trailing by 1. Ingram again. This time it doesn't crawl over the net. First service error, 11-9. Monroe holds on to the lead, and it will be Frankie Hannon, the 5'4" libero, senior, back to serve for the Bearcats. Over it goes, it's Mahal, Powell, and we've got a call here. Violation on Monroe. Point goes to the Timberwolves. 11-10. Rosa Ursino, junior, gonna serve. Gets it over. Nice set up. Tried to fist that over. It got blocked. Monroe gonna try it again. Davidson up in the air. Played by Jackson. Far side. Wilson goes over, but now double hit on Monroe. Point goes to the T-Wolves. So turn it up to 11. Both teams have that number as it's tied. Too close to the net on the pass. Point goes to Jackson, 12-11. Rosa Ursino having some success today at the net, or at the service, I should say. Good hustle. Monroe, who do they set up? Nice swing and a great dig by Monroe. Jackson with the good block. Monroe comes up with a good hustle. Point again, double hit. On the dig, went arm to arm. 13-11, and we've got a sub in. Savannah Toma going to check in, replacing Josie Hettinga, or Hettinga. Nice play by Davidson, alertly from out of bounds. Good angle to keep it in. Up near the net, into the net, under the net. Not much of an opportunity for Remy Atwood, as she came a long way to try to get that one, but it was too close to the net. So it's 14-11, the Jackson Timberwolves. In their first match of the year, Timberwolves doing a good job hanging with the Monroe Bearcats team that finished in 4th place in state last year. Made a run at the end, finished 15-6 overall. Ursino, Remy, and off of Ursino. Take it back, that was Sarah Day for Monroe. Got that pass up in the air, 14-12. Zoe Yates checking in for the Bearcats, and Brooke Barnes back to serve. Knuckleball, it's Mahal. It was Wilson with the pass, and now Yates with the swing for the Bearcats. Had to lean back a little bit, and the junior with a little bit too much mustard on that one. Point Timberwolves, 15-12. Paige Wilson, more or less in the middle of the court. Knuckleball takes a dive. It is Day. Right side, Davidson. Nice dig by Jackson. That was Wilson. Monroe gets over. From the back row, sliding up comes Paige Wilson, and mistimed that and knocks it into the net, 15-13. Avery Davidson serving. And the set goes well done. Alina Powell knocks that one over to, I want to say, Dollarhide, and she just tapped it. Dump shot over the block, 16-13. Hannon receives, and we've got a double hit called on the setter, Brooke Barnes. 17-13. And Isha Mahal serving for the Timberwolves. Sarah Day to Hannon, back to Day. Jackson going to have an opportunity. Back row, Wilson again into the net. So she's struggling a little bit from the back line. She's hit 2 into the net, and she has been absolutely stellar on the front line, 17-14. Krista Norton serves. That one goes long. 18-14 is the score. Jackson over Monroe. Powell, service down the line and on the line. Can you say ace? 19-14, I believe that is the biggest lead that we've had in either set. First set went to Jackson, and Jackson up 5 here in the second set. Powell again, knuckleball off of Day, into the crowd. The Monroe crowd standing off to our left, but neither crowd has been particularly exuberant so far. Everybody just watching the contest. And now we get a chant going, 20-14. Powell again attacking Day, and taking a big swing is Katie German, trying to knock it back at the net with the left hand, and she hits it out. Good idea, but point goes to the Bearcats, and it will be Josie Hatinga with the service. And now the side judge talking to Coach Matt Bishop of Monroe. Don't know what that was about. What's that?
Maddie. Don't forget the I.
Okay. So you're saying it's Maddie Bishop? They don't have that on the roster when they put it out. No, they put Matt Bishop, 20-16. Monroe with the point. Left-handed service. Hatinga just getting the tap over is Jackson. Right side setup. Having to dig are the Timberwolves. Left side, nice block. Monroe going to get an opportunity to set. They do. They go angle, and it's out. Tried to attack that with Remy Atwood. Good idea going from right to left, 21-16, and we have reached a timeout here on STSPN. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Welcome back. STSPN, Mike Buckholz with a Skittle in my mouth. He caught me off guard there.
Well, I've got, that sounds better now.
Oh, there we get some crowd noise. 21-16, T-Wolves over the Bearcats. Jackson over Monroe. Lexi Dollarhide going to serve for Jackson, who have a one-set lead, and giving Monroe all they can handle. Going to be a setup for Jackson. Hannon gets it for Monroe, but too close to the net. Sends Sarah Day into the net, and Monroe has just been a little bit erratic with their passing. When the passes are on target, some of their swings have been going a little bit out of bounds. Yeah, 22-16. Sarah Day passes it straight up. It's still in the back line. Davidson just going to have to play the over. That, however, catches Dollarhide and the T-Wolves off guard a little bit, and that pass goes awry. And so Monroe back with the point, 22-17. Sarah Day going to check out. Hand the volleyball off to Tiana Kuntz. One of her senior teammates comes in to see if she can fire the Bearcats up, trailing by 5, 22-17. Kuntz, deep knuckleball played by Jackson. Going to go back to Wilson over on the side. Kuntz runs it down. Monroe gets it over. Jackson close to the net. Well played. Big swing by Katie German. Tries to go from the middle to the right side, but knocks it out of bounds. 22-18, Bearcats point. Tiana Kuntz at 5'2" and a senior. Again, into the net, rolls over, service ace. Got the centipede creepy crawly. Got right up into Erin Ingram's grill. She could not handle it. Time out called by Jackson. 22-19. We'll be right back after this commercial break. We are back here at Jackson High School, one of the biggest and best gyms in Westco. It's perfectly set up for a variety of playoff activities. Here, though, we're having a league contest, volleyball match. Timberwolves won the first one 26-24 and lead here 22-19, but a little run by Monroe. Wilson with the set, trying to get it back to her, and Mahal trying to save it, charges underneath the net.
Well, that was a good play, actually. If they would have just tipped it, it would have gone.
22-20. Tiana Kuntz to Mahal. Set, off speed. Monroe going to have an opportunity. Davidson, big swing, and sends it out of play long. 23-20. And Erin Ingram back to serve. So the young Timberwolves trying to bother her is the crowd. They do not. Service ace. 24-20, set point here for Jackson. And another timeout by the Bearcats.
Boy, I got to tell you, the Monroe kids traveled well. That's a pile of them over there.
There are a student body. They're kind of being relatively subdued here tonight.
Yeah, well, they were loud earlier, but I think after that one loss, they've kind of quieted down a little bit.
Gene Johnson Plumbing Service is the heart of Gene Johnson Plumbing. As a socially responsible company, we feel moved to give back to our community. We are excited to partner with the high school sports program to make a difference in our community.
Gene Johnson, they are a good group of fellows.
Gene Johnson Plumbing. I like that philosophy. And it is a two-way street. You want to give back and you want to be socially responsible as well.
That's right.
Jackson, set point here, received well. Monroe sets up Davidson. Ingram digs it out, but one arm to the other, so rolls up 24-21. And that is going to put Frankie Hannon back, the libero of Monroe, serving, trying to get the Bearcats back in. It's Wilson. And dump shot over the block. Can Monroe get it over? They do. Set up again. Big swing by German goes out. So it's 24-22. So Powell goes behind her head that time.
There's the Monroe crowd.
A little bit of excitement as they've closed the lead down. Powell this time goes to Wilson. Wilson has it blocked, gets it back up in the air. German just taps it. Hannon gets it. Set up. Davidson deep. And that does it for set number 2 as it sails out of play. So a 2-set lead for Jackson, taking the second set 25-22. Jackson winning the first set, 26-24. We've got about a 2-minute and 50-second
That's good
break.
volleyball.
It was good volleyball.
26-24, 25-22.
Very close, but it's been Jackson's match so far. Play best 3 out of 5, so we'll be back.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi electric cooling and heating system allows you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. And because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Welcome back. Mike Buckles here on STSPN, and we got a heck of a volleyball match going here tonight, Todd. And the Jackson Timberwolves maybe in their first match of the season taking a maybe somewhat surprising 2-0 on the sets over Monroe. Monroe with the 12 seniors.
It's actually very surprising because the games have been really tight.
Games are tight. Jackson has done a good job of keeping their composure. Talking to Matty Bishop a little bit, he said they had a 2-set lead over Edmonds Woodway in their non-conference match, and then Edmonds Woodway got hot and got the momentum, and Monroe could not get it back, falling in the non-conference match 3-2. So being plagued with that a little bit, and they're going to try to flip the switch and see if they can take the last 3, but of course that starts with set number 3. That would be looking ahead, and Jackson playing well so far, and let's see what sort of strategy changes, if any, have taken place. Aaron Ingram serving for Jackson and gets a service ace, and I will say that in the first match there were several service aces, including 3 in a row back and forth by both teams, and the serving has been cleaned up. And there's another service ace as Frankie Hannon has to take a dive for that, and wow, that was like a 12-6 curveball coming over the net there. There's another one. Hannon, can she get to it? She gets to it, but it's out of play. So right now, Aaron Ingram is serving picking on Hannon here a little bit, and Hannon is a senior. They go away from her and long this time. So 3-1. And it goes quick, you know, if you mishit if you're unable to handle a serve or two, you know they're going to come right back at you. So Monroe serving. Brooke Barnes, knuckleball. Passed well. Powell 2. Paige Wilson, who's been their go-to player at the net. This time, however, The call goes the way of Monroe. I didn't exactly see what happened.
Jackson scored.
So 3-2.
Or no,
Monroe scored, yeah. Nice hustle by Monroe, trying to get to it and save it. They cannot. You like to see it. Players diving on the floor, out of bounds, trying to save it. 4-2, Jackson. We're with the lead, but good hustle by Monroe that time. Rosa Ursino. A lot of drop serves there by the Timberwolves, and there is a big swing. Ellie Lewis gets the Bearcats going with the kill over on the left side. Goes back center. No one there for Jackson. 4-3, and Sarah Day moves back to serve for the Bearcats. Knuckleball serve. Wow, Jackson handled that easily. And there it goes again as a 5'10" Paige Wilson up in the air and hammers that one home. Got another nice set from Alina Powell. Powell just a sophomore and 6 foot at that. Paige Wilson 5'10". Does a good job swinging on that right side, and then there's the announcer jinx as Wilson serves that one out of bounds. 5-4 is the score. Krista Norton serving for the Bearcats. Knuckleball. A lot of good movement on it. Dollarhide knocks it over. Pass by Avery Davidson. Bearcats unable to come up with it. 6-4. Isha Mahal going to serve for Jackson. One of 3 seniors. Hannon gets it this time. It goes to the net though and is pounded down by the double block of Powell, and I didn't see who the other player there was behind the referee. Dollarhide was the other player. 7-4, Jackson. Monroe, excellent set that time. Ellie Lewis with the point as Jackson cannot come up with the dig. Big swing from the right side, goes back, I should say middle deep. 7-5. Savannah Toma with the service. And then Jackson sits up Dollarhide. Toma up near the net for Jackson. Nice pass. Jackson comes up with it, however. Monroe having to replay it. Toma again. And another good set, well dug out of there in the back as I believe into the net was Jackson. And the lead has been cut to 1. Nice sets by Toma, who is back serving for Monroe. That was a good rally, and Toma a little bit too strong, and the score is 8-6 here in set number 3. Although the clock says 4. Unless I fell asleep. Did I fall asleep? Not for long, anyway. Not long enough to get a whole set in.
That's right.
Alina Powell with the service. It goes off Sarah Day deep. Hustling back. And getting that was Tiana Kuntz. And now Monroe has a chance to set that one up, and it goes into the net by Sarah Day. So it just seems like every time Monroe gets something going, they make a great play, get a hustle play back, get the over, get it back without a Jackson set, and then the Bearcats cannot consistently capitalize. 9-6 service ace. For Alina Powell of Jackson. 10-6 is the score. Now Powell, a 6-foot setter, into the net. Unforced error. So let's see if the Bearcats can get a little streak going here. So far, it's been Jackson with the mini streaks. 10-7. Jackson leads. Dollarhide and who is that? Number 8, Aaron Ingram, goes to the middle and hammers it down. You can kind of just see the body language of where Jackson seems to be playing a little more loose and relaxed. The Bearcats seem to be a little bit tight, 11-7. Dollarhide goes off of Sarah Day. Service ace, 12-7. And Jackson also seem to be trying to find players that are struggling maybe a little bit receiving and going right at them. And there it is again, this time Day with a beautiful pass, and she gets it back and hammers that one right off of Alina Powell. So Day atones before the one with the big kill on the swing over on the left side down the line. Makes the score 12-8. Celia Teague going to go back and serve for the Bearcats. Nice serve as that one took a spinning dive, barely cleared the net and tailed away from Paige Wilson, who got to it but passed it into the crowd. 12-9. Teague again, this time Mahal. And trying to get the back line. And they do, but a player into the net from Monroe, kind of an unforced error there. Krista Norton got under the net, makes it 13-9. Monroe going to get it set up. Ingram receives and gets it back. Take it back, that was Dollarhide. Good block at the net, but it goes out. Monroe with the point, 13-10. So back and forth we go. Ingram subs out. That's going to bring Isha Mahal back in. So the young Jackson Timberwolves hanging with the Monroe Bearcats, who have 10 seniors. Brooke Barnes, the setter, back to serve for the Bearcats, and the side judge once again over at the scores table, and apparently are we ready to go here? We are. 13-10, Jackson. Barnes serve. Dollarhide. Set up goes to Ainsley Johansson, and she is blocked at the net. Double block there, Norton and Lewis. 13-11, so Monroe creeping back in. Brooke Barnes. Dollarhide passes, and we've got a double hit by the setter, Alina Powell. A little bit of a momentum switch here. 13-12. Jackson just leading by 1. Barnes jump serve, it is long, and that's what I was saying earlier, that every time it seems like Monroe gets something going, they end up with kind of an unforced error. In this case, serve is too long. 14-12. Rosa Ursino serving for Jackson. Wow! And Barnes, after the set, got underneath the net. It looked like she crossed the line, and she also looked guilty when she looked up, and they didn't call it. So Monroe will take it, 14-13. Sarah Day going to serve for the Bearcats. Mahal, a little bit of communication, just playing the over. Got it to an empty spot, and diving is Brooke Barnes this time. Slides under the net like she was on the summer slip and slide, and that one did not go undetected, 15-13. She didn't have a choice, though. The ball was close to the net, so. Service, pass went up close to the net. And that was either Johansson. I think it was Johansson, kind of blocked out by the referee there, who went up and pounded it back down. 16-13. And there's a big swing by Davidson off of the Brooke Barnes set. So it is 16-14. Don't forget to stay with us right after the match, as we will be picking our player of the game, sponsored by Adrenaline Fundraising.
David Wright.
David Wright of Adrenaline Fundraising helping the sponsorship here. And Tiana Kunz come in with some solid serves. This time she goes into the net and an unforced error. So once again, Monroe backs up a good play with an unforced error. Mahal to Sarah Day. Barnes with the set. Blocked out of there. Wow. Erin Ingram. Good timing by Erin Ingram that time as she got up there. It was a big swing and it landed in on the Monroe side. So 18-14, Mahal back deep, Sarah Day hustling, trying to get it. It goes awry and out of bounds. Ellie Lewis cannot get it. Good hustle play. 19-14. Coach Maddie Bishop definitely seen some things that the Bearcats here can be working on. Barnes with the set and blocked once again by Ingram. 6'1", middle blocker, got over to the left side of the Monroe net and put it down 20-14. And this time it is Mahal backing up a couple of good plays by Jackson with the unforced error. And time running out here from Monroe, 20-15. They need to get something going. Savannah Toma back to serve for the Bearcats. Set number 3, Jackson leading 2-0. Toma in the air, nice diving serve. Jackson does a good job on the setup. Now Toma goes to set up, it's tapped over. Mahal passes to Powell, and angle kill Erin Ingram from the right side, and suddenly Erin Ingram has caught on fire and is lighting it up for the T-Wolves. 21-15 will be Powell serving. That's going to be long and out. So to get a little further into this contest, a lot of energy being expended early in the year. You get some both physical but also mental fatigue going as that one is out. Mahal to Powell, come over here, and it's not going to get over. We got 4 hits. I think Katie German maybe lost track of how many hits had taken place for the for the T-Wolves. 21-17, Davidson. Mahal receives. German up in the air, simply an over. Toma gets it. Going to be a set and into the net. Sarah Day swings for the Bearcats, and Monroe cannot afford any more unforced errors here, as it is 22-17 in the third set, and they are trailing by 2. Nice serve, Sarah Day, high in the air. Toma, pass back to Day. It's over. Let's see. Powell goes to Ingram, but it is blocked. Going to have another chance. Monroe, well played. Toma sets up right side. Nice drop over both teams, and it comes back. Celia Teague knocks it over. Zoe Yates had the big hit. It was dug out, but back over. So Monroe, with the Saturday Night Fever theme song staying alive here, 22-18. That's your favorite disco song, I know. 22-18. Teague serves. And wow, big swing by Wilson is dug out of there by Monroe. And the set goes back line, and German mistimes that as she has to back up. That pass by Alina Powell off target. Boy, and I find that interesting as they've had two players with the hot hand, and there's an unforced error by Celia Teague, 23-19. As on the big swings of kills on the hitters have been Wilson, and there is a service ace by Ingram, the other pair of the duo, the dynamic duo that have been doing a lot of the damage. And you kind of just see the wind out of the sails of the Bearcats here. Ingram again, Hannon up close to the net, Norton, Sarah Day, and it's out, and in straight sets, the Jackson Timberwolves defeat Monroe. The third set, 25-19. Second set, 25-22. And the first set, 26-24. Stay with us. We're going to take a commercial break and be back with our player of the game here on STSPN.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200-plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
McDaniel's Do-It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized do-it-best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Hi everybody, Mike Buckles here with our player of the game from the Jackson Timberwolves. It is senior outside hitter Paige Wilson. Congratulations on a big win tonight.
Thank you.
Tell us about your game plan tonight. You're playing Monroe. They have 10 seniors. They finished 4th in state last year. What was the plan going into tonight's contest?
I think this year we spent a lot of time. We knew who we were going to play, and we knew that it was a really solid team. So we decided we needed to come in with a lot of energy, and that would be our best way to win this game because we know they're very skilled, and we have a very skilled team too. So all we wanted to do was come in and be loud and overpower them so that maybe we could get them down and that way we could win.
So any first game jitters? There were a lot of unforced errors from both teams, especially early in the first set, but you seem to clean that up tonight.
Yeah, I think definitely we have a very young team, so it's very hard in the beginning when it's your first game. You always come out having a lot of unforced errors, and that's just kind of how it goes, but I think we cleaned it up. We got rid of our bad energy, and we were able to finish and do really well tonight.
It seemed like you really got on a roll and had some big swings tonight for kills, both down the line and going back center mid. Tell us a little bit about your setter and how you were working that tonight.
Yeah, my setter is really good. We really appreciate her, and our passers were so good tonight. So it really helped her, I think, also to get those sets out. And honestly, she's amazing. She's so young. She's so good for her age, and it's really cool that she could come out here and play varsity and do so well.
Well, you're a senior this year now. Jackson made it to state 2 years ago. Were you a part of the team when that happened?
I was, yeah. My sophomore year, we went to state.
And so that had to be very, very exciting to get to the state tournament. I'm guessing that one of the team goals might be to get back to state. Is that right?
Definitely. We really want to come back to state. My sophomore year, we ended up going and losing, so our goal this year is to get there and really play well and win some matches at state.
Yeah, well, that would certainly be great, and we've seen some good volleyball from the Westco 4A, and congratulations on the big victory tonight. Is there anybody that you would like to give a shout out to, as long as you're on camera here?
Okay. I just want to shout out my team, honestly. This is a team sport, so anything we do is up to them. So they played amazing tonight.
Okay, great. Well, thank you very much. And if
Thank
you
you.
would hold that shirt up for just a quick moment there, show everybody that the shirt you got from Adrenaline Fundraising. David Wright, he's the sponsor for them. He's a good friend of mine. So I'll say hi to David as well and get a picture taken also. All right, so that's going to wrap it up tonight in 3 sets. The Jackson Timberwolves, behind the play of Paige Wilson and, of course, the rest of her team, took it in straight sets tonight. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, good job tonight, and that's going to do it for tonight's contest. Don't forget to tune in as at their football game tomorrow night, Jackson at Glacier Peak. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.